What comes first to your mind when you hear the word witch? Isn't the word witch related to something dark, evil, and scary? Dear viewers, do you believe in witchcraft and witches? And if so, it might be scary to hear something like this when you're watching this video alone in the dark. But hey, don't be afraid, because we're going to talk about modern-day witchcraft, which is not as scary as it used to be. Did you know that modern-day witchcraft nowadays help in a positive way to build a positive equilibrium with the elements around us? We bet you're finding it hard to believe, but yes, modern witchcraft is far more different and holistic than what people assumed it to be, and is most relevant in Britain, the country where witchcraft originated. Do you want to hear more? Stay tuned. Now, what exactly is witchcraft? To define it, it was a perceived establishment to invoke evil, demons, and spirits to harm others. Witchcraft is linked with religion to such an extent that the medieval church had an authority to punish those who were immersed in practicing sorcery and magic. Not only that, the priests of the church performed numerous exorcisms on those who had been possessed by the malign spirit. In the 16th century, people used to believe that witchcraft played a prominent role whenever a person encountered an unexpected ill fortune, for instance, the death of a child or a pet animal, or a bad harvest. Rather than having the faith in the working of God's will, they started believing in witchcraft in the United Kingdom. It first was considered to be a healing process performed mostly by the cunning folk, but later it was branded as satanic. As a result, various laws and trials emerged surrounding this form of supernatural practice. After that, things turned pretty grim. The Witchcraft Act was passed by the UK Parliament in 1542, which defined it as a crime that could lead to death as a penalty. 200,000 witches were tortured and then murdered, burned, or hanged in Western Europe. These witches were supposedly older women who were invariably poor. How were these witches identified? Anyone who would be unfortunate enough to possess crone-like, crooked, snuggled teeth, or have sunken cheeks with hairy lips was considered to be a witch. They were also assumed to have evil eyes, and if they had a cat as a pet, no doubt they were witches, as the animal was considered to be a familiar of them. Depending on this sort of evidence, many unfortunate women were subjected to condemnation and were hanged after severe torture. Witchcraft has all various kinds, like alchemy, perfection, purification, and the reading of heaven to predict a person's future. All of these rituals were seen as making a deal with the devil. Witches were supposed to form a connection with the devil to achieve power, belief, and prosecution. Witches were not seen as healers or helpers, but rather as someone who were evil enough to perform ritualistic acts like animal sacrifice, man-made disasters, livestock disasters, unknown illness, and unpredictable changes in weather. Do modern witches still suffer this prejudice? A 38-year-old man, who is sometimes known as Myrden, is well known for his successful career in advocacy. He's emerged as an extremely successful lawyer, but he has another dark secret that he never brings into the limelight. In Lancashire, he's the head of the Witches' Coven. When asked about what he does in witchcraft, he says, "We don't do anything sinister like devil worship. We don't make human or animal sacrifices. We honor, revere, and give thanks to nature. We celebrate the seasons. It's not all blood and gore. In spring, we celebrate life and rebirth. Then in winter, decay and death to make way for new life." He said that it's unfortunate that even after 400 years, prejudice against witches still exists. According to him, it comes from ignorance and the fear of the unknown, and it's the reason why rituals and celebrations are held in secret. It's not a Harry Potter thing, but you'll be astounded to know that witch schools still exist in modern-day Britain. A magical working group visits there to perform their traditional rituals that include druidry, shamanism, and Wicca. Though witchcraft might not be their sole profession, they manage their day job and spiritualism efficiently. Their only philosophy is to live an honorable life as well as honor every single individual on this planet we live on, including its surroundings and landscapes. Let's go back to what Myrden said. He says, "I could feel the magic of nature. I was brought up a staunch Christian, but it wasn't enough, and I realized there was a label for what I felt: paganism." Witches also celebrate the Festival of Rite Celtic across the year. Not only that, the motto of the campfire in the countryside of Lancashire is to eat, drink, and be merry. Fascinating, isn't it? We've learned about various myths regarding witchcraft in Britain from the earlier days when people would term it as something devilish. Times have changed, but still, calling someone a witch is considered to be derogatory. But why? Witches are still misinterpreted, and witchcraft is still treated as a joke by the media despite paganism being the 6th biggest religion in the world. Many people practicing witchcraft have to keep their secrets from families, friends, and work because they fear that they will be treated unfairly wherever they go. This is weird and sad at the same time. People never make an effort to realize the truth about witchcraft because of the theories that their ancestors made them believe. Various workshops impart knowledge to keen practitioners of witchcraft through meditation rituals. There is a Wiccan priestess and a magician from the UK who is also the mother of 2 children. According to her, "We use spells to do good. We never do nasty spells. They are always so that life takes a better turn, getting promotions, helping neighbors get on better. I do spells for any problem in life. Spells are like knives. They can be used to do good things in the hands of a surgeon, or bad things like stabbing someone." So, how do you have an idea about the scenario of modern-day witchcraft in Britain? Let us take another instance. A modern-day shaman named Sabrina Villiard claims that witches will never die. They were and always will be residing in every corner of the world, and they will never perish. Sabrina Villiard learned witchcraft from her grandmother, from whom she inherited the practice. During the day, she works as a project manager at one of the world's biggest luxury fashion houses. At night, she helps and guides her clients by teaching them the journey of shamans, including witchcraft, to find a balance in a universe that is changing every day. So you might wonder, why does a rich woman need to practice witchcraft despite having a well-paid job? She tells that she loves acquiring witchcraft techniques in a more modern way. The traditional definition of a shaman is a seer in the dark. "I don't know about anyone's life when they come to me. I'm shown what you're ready to see by your spirit guides, ancestors, and your memories. I have a conversation with your soul." It seems like this witch business is gaining more popularity in modern Britain. Nowadays, people are more eager about witchcraft and are allowing themselves to explore spiritually more. They no longer see it as an old traditional practice of rituals and magic. The best thing about it is that they are abandoning the witch's way of healing people that were banished long ago in Great Britain. Witchcraft practices have extended to tarot reading, meditation, Reiki healing, aura cleansing, reading one's dream, worshipping the moon, and casting spells. People are finding a way to live a more sacred life. They are building connections with nature and being a part of the ecosystem rather than being out of it. Witchcraft is tied to nature. According to Rebecca Howe, a witchcraft practitioner, shamans, witches, naturalists, and psychics all work with nature's energy and the cycles of the world. The cycles of the self, the moon, the sun, the planets, and the seasons. Even on the pentagram, witchcraft carries a satanic connotation, but in neo-paganism, it's a symbol of life. The wand that is used by witches is used to point direct energy and intentions and is similar to a Buddhist prayer flag. And if you consider the spell abracadabra to be a cursed one, you're wrong. It translates to "I will create as I speak." The general idea of spells among people is completely wrong. Spells are just intentions and manifestations, similar to the prayers that we offer, intending for ourselves during meditation. Witchcraft practices are no secrets anymore. They are truths, mainly dealing with mostly herbal elixirs. These are mainly to help uplift vibrations of the planets. This is the sole purpose of witchcraft. Now, since we've come to the end of the video, you'll have a different view of the practice of witchcraft. But do you think this witchcraft really works? Have you thought about implementing it in your life any day? Or have you already done it? We want to know all of this in the comment section below. We hope you like this video. Please like and share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure to hit the bell icon. That's all for today.